What are some unexpected challenges or technical hurdles that can arise during the final prep stages of getting a satellite ready for launch?
Yeah, definitely. There's a whole host of issues. You know, the thing that is probably the most difficult about launching a satellite is that there are so many different subsystems that play different functions of the satellite that all need to work together. Oftentimes you'll have software that is running on one part of the satellite that might be have developed been developed by a different team that developed the software for the other part of the satellite. And so you need all of those things to be able to talk to each other. So the thing that I always say makes complexity in satellites and in launch vehicles and in pretty much any other engineering hardware is the interfaces. The more interfaces you have, the more complexity you have. So the more you break it up into different subsystems, you often are introducing certain complexity.
Mm,
Um, and so little things like that tend to manifest in some, generally sometimes they're simple issues, sometimes they're more complex issues. It could be as simple as a connector is loose, right? So that's an interface, but you need to connect two different systems together through a cable, and maybe a connector is just loose and you're not getting the signals properly over that interface. Or maybe it's a bug in the software, or potentially one of your pieces of hardware wasn't qualified to survive more than the cycles that you've been testing it. And maybe there was an issue with the requirements. So you end up having all these different issues compound, and sometimes it's very difficult to find the root of the issue. You oftentimes are spending lots of times troubleshooting, figuring out, what are the symptoms of the problem, but actually what's the underlying cause of the problem.
mhm,
Yeah, it's a good test of patience for the whole team.
I bet.
But also a lot of perseverance, I would say, is what people learn through this process. It's very, very much a grueling endeavor.